They say Australia is a big country, but the truth is you can really only live comfortably in that little bit of it around the edges where things are expensive and the housing market is impossible to break into because of the Chinese. They also say we're a lucky country, but that good fortune only applies to those of us who were born here, who aren't Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islanders. If you're a migrant, you're part of the problem, with your poor English and inability to read our Western features making it impossible for you to see that we're disapprovingly scowling at you when you herd your unsustainably large families through our shopping centres, yammering on to your soon-to-be radicalised children in whatever weird language it is that you speak. And to those of you ABC watching types who would rather cut off your own black armband-clad right arm before agreeing with something that sounded even vaguely racist, let me remind you that all foreigners, regardless of where they come from, are the problem, particularly those Sudanese gangs you hear so much about on 2GB. But what about our own unchecked libidos? The difficulty of keeping your trousers on when you're Australian is compounded by how innately sexy we are. We literally can't keep our hands off each other, particularly in the workplace. Even more particularly when that workplace is run by our former Deputy Prime Minister. So if, as Ayn Rand contends, the most powerful and dominant and self-interested are more likely to breed, then what can we as Australians do to achieve zero population growth so that we don't have to change our expectations in terms of doing what we've always done unthinkingly and of always having what we've always considered ourselves to be entitled to? Obviously, we can't kill off those who make no contribution to our infrastructure, such as the sick or the elderly, because that would also include those large corporations who minimise their tax. And we need them as job creators to grow the economy so that we can have more stuff. No, what we need is a plague to render most of us infertile, along with the rise of a totalitarian theonomic government, as seen in The Handmaid's Tale and perhaps run by Corey Bernardi or Lyle Shelton. Only then will this country be able to take its place in the world as completely separate from the rest of us. Back to you, Sean.